the astonishing, transformative power of this simple powder when added to your morning coffee. For most people, coffee is simply that essential morning ritual, the comforting brew that jumpstarts the day. But for countless individuals over the age of 60, that very same cup of coffee might actually be doing more harm than good, quietly stealing away their physical strength. Alternatively, when enhanced with the right ingredients, it can become a potent tool that rebuilds muscle mass far more effectively than many of the most expensive, heavily marketed supplements on the market today. After we cross the threshold of 60, our bodies enter a phase of natural decline, typically losing as much as 8% of our muscle mass every single decade. This gradual erosion of muscle tissue dramatically increases our vulnerability to debilitating falls, life-altering fractures, and sadly, even an elevated risk of early mortality. But here is the extraordinary, often overlooked truth that could change everything for you. When that simple cup of coffee is intelligently combined with specific natural ingredients, it morphs into a powerful medicinal elixir that actively fights the aging process. Hidden within the pages of overlooked scientific studies and clinical trials, these unassuming additions have been proven to deliver a cascade of health benefits. They have been shown to dramatically slash chronic inflammation, safeguard the integrity of your arteries, help melt away stubborn belly fat, and most importantly, stimulate the regrowth of muscle that was thought to be lost forever. The big corporate giants certainly won't tell you about these secrets because there's simply no billion-dollar profit to be made from ingredients that are accessible, affordable, and so remarkably effective. But today, that changes. You are about to discover 8 scientifically proven additions that you can seamlessly stir into your coffee each and every morning. We will be counting them down from number 8, the most accessible, all the way to the number 1, the most powerful game changer. It is absolutely crucial that you watch this entire presentation until the very end, because the ingredient at number 4 is so potent that a landmark study found it improved mobility in seniors by an astonishing 40%. And yet, it remains virtually unknown and unused by the majority of people in the Western world. Before we dive into these life-changing revelations, I want to connect with you personally. How old are you today? Where in the world are you watching from? And how would you describe your health and energy levels lately? We would genuinely love to hear from you, so please take a moment to drop your answers in the comments section below. We make it a point to read every single one of them. Now, let's begin our journey with the first, yet incredibly powerful, addition. Number 8. Cinnamon. Snorts. Yes, a spice that most people casually dismiss as merely a topping for desserts, a festive treat for holiday baking, or a fragrant addition to a warm apple pie. But when you take that same humble spice and stir it into your morning coffee, it transforms into a surprisingly formidable, muscle-protecting weapon. Cinnamon is a treasure trove of bioactive compounds that actively fight inflammation, improve your overall circulation, and, most critically, stabilize your blood sugar levels. That final point is absolutely essential for seniors because erratic, unstable blood sugar levels are a silent predator. They stealthily rob your muscles of the sustained energy they need to function and accelerate the devastating process of muscle wasting. Let's consider the story of John, a vibrant 68-year-old who constantly felt drained and lethargic after his lunchtime meal. He noticed his legs felt increasingly weak and unsteady as he climbed the stairs in his home. His wife, ever observant, suggested he try simply sprinkling a little cinnamon into his morning brew. Initially skeptical and doubtful, John eventually decided to give it a chance. Within just a few short weeks, a remarkable transformation occurred. John was no longer struggling to stay awake in the afternoons. His legs felt noticeably lighter and more energetic, and when he checked his blood sugar, The readings had plummeted by nearly 20 points. His doctor was genuinely stunned by the improvement, all from a single teaspoon of cinnamon each day. This isn't just an anecdote, the scientific evidence firmly supports this practice. Unstable blood sugar leads to dangerous insulin spikes, which in turn make it significantly harder for your muscle cells to absorb the essential nutrients they require for repair and growth. Cinnamon works its magic by smoothing out these dramatic swings, providing your muscles with a constant, steady supply of fuel instead of the debilitating highs and the subsequent crashes that drain your energy. Just a modest half a teaspoon of cinnamon stirred into your morning coffee is sufficient to start reaping these remarkable rewards. For optimal results, you should seek out Ceylon cinnamon, often referred to as true cinnamon, as it contains significantly lower levels of a compound called coumarin, which in large doses can be harmful to the liver. Unlike the sugary, chemical-laden creamers that devastate your health, cinnamon adds no empty calories and triggers no unhealthy insulin spikes. Instead, it completely transforms your ordinary coffee into a potent metabolic ally that actively supports your muscle health. It is simple, it is safe, it is incredibly affordable, and it stands as undeniable proof that sometimes the smallest, most unassuming tweaks to our daily habits can yield the biggest, most life-changing results. Number 7. Cocoa powder. Yes, we are talking about the very same ingredient used to make a comforting cup of hot chocolate on a cold winter's day. But when you add it to your coffee in its pure, unsweetened form, it becomes an absolute hidden superfood. Cocoa is densely packed with flavonols, which are powerful plant compounds scientifically proven to enhance circulation, dampen systemic inflammation, and actively support faster, more efficient muscle recovery. For seniors, healthy circulation is absolutely paramount. As we age, our blood flow naturally weakens, meaning our muscles receive less oxygen and fewer vital nutrients. This leaves our legs feeling heavy, sluggish, and drained of vitality. Cocoa has the remarkable ability to help reverse this decline. Consider the experience of Evelyn, a spirited 72-year-old who cherished her morning coffee but dreaded the heavy, sluggish feeling that plagued her legs during her daily walks. Her grandson, a passionate fitness enthusiast, suggested she incorporate a spoonful of unsweetened cocoa powder into her coffee. At first, Evelyn scoffed at the very idea, laughing at the thought of mixing coffee and cocoa together. But within just a few weeks, she experienced a profound shift. Her walks felt lighter and more effortless, her stamina increased significantly, and to her astonishment, her blood pressure was noticeably lower at her next medical checkup. The science behind this is compelling. Numerous studies demonstrate that the flavonols in cocoa improve endothelial function, which is the ability of your blood vessels to relax and efficiently deliver oxygen-rich blood to your working muscles. This translates directly into superior physical performance, stronger post-activity recovery, and a significant reduction in muscle stiffness. When combined with the natural caffeine found in coffee, cocoa creates a powerful 1-2 punch, a surge of clean energy married to enhanced circulation. The golden rule here is to use unsweetened, natural cocoa powder and strictly avoid sugar-loaded hot chocolate mixes. Just 1 teaspoon stirred into your morning cup is more than enough to deliver the rich, smooth flavor and the profound, muscle-protecting benefits that every senior can utilize. Number 6. Coconut oil or MCT oil. Now, while this particular addition might sound a bit unusual to some Western palates, it has been a time-honored, long-standing practice in many parts of Asia, where elders have used it for generations to fuel both their bodies and their brains. For seniors, this is far more than just a passing health trend. It is a highly effective strategy to stabilize energy levels, protect precious muscle tissue, and even support healthy fat loss. Here is the physiological reason why it works so brilliantly. Unlike the long-chain triglycerides found in most fats, medium-chain triglycerides, or MCTs, are rapidly absorbed and quickly converted into ketones. Ketones are a supremely clean, highly efficient fuel source for both your muscles and your brain. As we advance in age, our cells become increasingly inefficient at utilizing glucose for energy. This metabolic decline is precisely why fatigue, frustrating brain fog, and debilitating muscle weakness often begin to creep into our daily lives. Harold, a 69-year-old, knew this struggle firsthand. He loved his morning coffee ritual, but always felt shaky and depleted by late morning, desperately reaching for sugary snacks just to make it through the rest of his workday. His son, who was well versed in nutritional science, suggested he blend a teaspoon of MCT oil into his coffee. Harold was hesitant at first, jokingly protesting that he didn't want to drink greasy coffee. But after giving it a fair try, he noticed something truly remarkable. His energy remained perfectly steady all the way until lunchtime. His cravings for sugar completely vanished, and over the course of the next 2 months, he effortlessly shed 7 pounds from around his waistline. To use this effectively, you must start small. Begin with just 1 teaspoon of coconut oil or MCT oil blended thoroughly into your coffee. You can gradually increase the amount over time as your digestive system adjusts. This simple habit effectively trains your body to utilize fat more efficiently as a primary energy source while simultaneously keeping your muscles optimally fueled throughout the entire day. Number 5. Milk or soy milk. Adding milk or soy milk to your coffee might seem like a trivial choice, simply a way to lighten the color and mellow the taste. However, this minor adjustment is actually a major transformation, turning your coffee into a powerful muscle-preserving drink. Dairy milk delivers a complete source of protein, packed with all the essential amino acids your body needs, including leucine, which is the most powerful biological trigger for muscle protein synthesis. On the other hand, soy milk provides a high-quality, plant-based protein source, fortified with isoflavones, which not only protect bone density but also actively support cardiovascular health. Let's look at the story of Dolores, a 72-year-old who had been drinking her coffee black for decades. She was convinced she was making the healthier choice by skipping those extra calories. But her daughter, a seasoned nurse, noticed with concern that Dolores's arms were thinning and her overall physical strength was fading. She gently suggested that Dolores try adding soy milk to her morning coffee. Within just a few months, Dolores noticed a significant difference. She could carry her grocery bags with much greater ease and climb the stairs without feeling as much strain. Her doctor even mentioned that her bone density scan showed a slight yet notable improvement. Just half a cup of milk or soy milk will add approximately 4 to 6 grams of protein to your diet, which is enough to help halt the overnight muscle loss that commonly occurs as we age. Unlike sugary creamers that provide empty calories and unhealthy fats, milk or soy milk actively strengthens your muscles, fortifies your bones, and boosts your energy levels simultaneously. Number 4. Collagen powder. Often dismissed as merely a cosmetic beauty supplement meant for skin and hair, collagen is actually a structural protein that is much more profound and essential than skin deep. After we turn 60, our body's natural production of collagen drops by about 1% every single year. This precipitous decline is the primary reason why creaky joints, persistent stiffness, and slow recovery times become such a common and frustrating part of aging. Robert, a 70-year-old avid gardener, absolutely loved spending time in his garden, but grew to dread the debilitating soreness that inevitably followed even the lightest work. His neighbor, who was a health enthusiast, recommended he try adding a scoop of collagen powder to his morning coffee. Within just 2 months, Robert reported a dramatic reduction in his knee pain, much smoother and more fluid movement, and the miraculous ability to kneel in his garden again without a groan of pain. Collagen delivers the precise building blocks that your muscles, tendons, ligaments, and joints desperately need. These are specific amino acids like glycine and proline. Just one simple scoop provides around 10 grams of protein that dissolves seamlessly into your hot coffee with absolutely no taste or gritty texture. The end result is stronger, more resilient muscles, healthier, more lubricated joints, and even improved bone mineral density. A compelling 2022 clinical study showed that seniors who supplemented with collagen reported significantly reduced joint discomfort, much faster muscle recovery times, and greater overall flexibility when compared to a control group who did not use it. Number 3. Whey protein powder. A vast number of seniors harbor the misconception that protein powders are solely for gym-obsessed bodybuilders and young athletes. But cutting-edge research clearly demonstrates that they may be even more critical and beneficial for older adults. After the age of 60, your body becomes resistant to the effects of protein. Scientists refer to this frustrating phenomenon as anabolic resistance. In simpler, more relatable terms, the exact same amount of protein that effectively built and maintained your muscle mass in your younger years now barely registers. You need significantly more protein and of a much higher quality to effectively trigger muscle growth and repair. Whey protein is uniquely rich in leucine, the master amino acid that flips on your body's crucial muscle-building switch. One notable study published in the prestigious American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that seniors who supplemented their diet with whey protein gained a staggering 38% more lean muscle mass than those who did not. Consider Helen, a 67-year-old woman who took great pride in staying active and independent. But she noticed that even the laundry basket felt much heavier. Her arms looked visibly thinner, and climbing the stairs left her completely winded. Her son, a fitness coach, suggested she try adding a scoop of unflavored whey protein to her morning coffee. Within just a few short weeks, a remarkable change occurred. Her arms felt noticeably firmer, her legs steadier on the stairs, and her doctor confirmed that she had successfully gained lean muscle mass. The best way to incorporate this is simple. Just stir 1 scoop of high-quality, unflavored whey protein, isolate into your hot coffee. Number 2. Chia seeds. These tiny, virtually tasteless seeds are often ignored and dismissed, but they are undeniably one of the most powerful and nutrient-dense foods you can stir into your coffee if you are over 60. When you grind them into a fine powder and add them to a hot cup of coffee, the chia seeds release a potent surge of dietary fiber, anti-inflammatory omega-3 fatty acids, and plant-based protein. The stark reality is that most seniors consume less than half of the daily recommended fiber and omega-3s that their bodies vitally require. This dangerous deficiency speeds up muscle decline, contributes to stubborn belly fat accumulation, and may even worsen age-related memory loss. George, a 70-year-old, was struggling with persistent constipation, a creeping increase in belly fat, and constant debilitating fatigue. His daughter, who worked as a nutritionist, suggested grinding chia seeds and adding a teaspoonful to his morning coffee. Within just a few weeks, George reported a remarkable improvement in his digestion. His waistline began to visibly slim down, and his joints felt significantly less stiff on his morning walks. It is important to understand that whole chia seeds often pass right through the digestive tract without being properly absorbed. But when they are ground, the tough outer shell is broken down, unlocking all of their vital nutrients. Just 1 to 2 teaspoons of ground chia seeds stirred into hot coffee creates a creamy, slightly nutty beverage that comprehensively supports your muscles, your joints, and your memory. Number 1. Turmeric with black pepper. This is the golden duo, a humble spice mix that may look unassuming on your pantry shelf, but for seniors, it is undeniably one of the most powerful and effective natural medicines you can ever add to your coffee. Turmeric contains the active compound curcumin, which has been scientifically proven to slash dangerous levels of inflammation, protect the integrity of your arteries, and even help rebuild lost muscle strength. But here is the critical catch. On its own, your body is incapable of absorbing curcumin effectively. It passes through your system virtually unutilized. However, when you add just a tiny pinch of black pepper, the absorption skyrockets by an astonishing 2,000%. Chronic inflammation is the hidden, insidious thief of strength after 60. It relentlessly damages delicate muscle tissue, stiffens and degrades joints, and weakens arterial walls, thereby accelerating the onset of sarcopenia, osteoarthritis, and even cognitive decline. Turmeric directly confronts this destructive process. It effectively calms inflammation, alleviates deep-seated soreness, and protects both your heart and your brain. Take the story of Takeshi, a 73-year-old man for whom gardening was his lifelong passion, but constant agonizing knee pain and debilitating swelling had forced him to give it up. His daughter suggested he try adding half a teaspoon of turmeric with a dash of black pepper into his morning coffee. After just a few weeks of this simple practice, he was back in his garden, kneeling in the soil and pulling weeds completely without pain. His doctor was utterly stunned by his significantly lower inflammation markers and commented that he now moved like a man decades younger. To get these life-changing benefits, simply stir about half a teaspoon of turmeric and a small pinch of black pepper into your hot coffee. For those who might be sensitive to the earthy, pungent flavor of turmeric, adding a dash of cinnamon or a single drop of honey can help perfectly balance the taste. Turmeric with black pepper powerfully proves a profound and hopeful truth. Aging does not have to mean inevitable, irreversible decline. Final thoughts. Before we officially conclude this comprehensive guide, we must include a vitally important note. This video and its content are intended for educational purposes only and are in no way a substitute for professional medical advice. Every person's health situation is unique and requires individual consideration. Therefore, please be sure to check with your doctor or a qualified health professional before making any significant changes to your diet, especially if you are currently taking medications or have any pre-existing medical conditions. To quickly recap and solidify your knowledge, we have covered 8 phenomenal additions that you can easily stir into your morning coffee to actively rebuild muscle after 60. These include cinnamon, cocoa powder, coconut oil or MCT oil, milk or soy milk, collagen powder, whey protein powder, ground chia seeds, and finally, turmeric with black pepper. Each one is simple, affordable, and rigorously backed by scientific evidence. Each one has the power to help you turn your ordinary daily coffee into a powerful ally for your muscles, your mind, and your overall vitality. So, now it's your turn to take action. Which of these incredibly beneficial additions are you most excited to try first? Will it be the blood sugar stabilizing cinnamon, the muscle building whey protein, or perhaps the inflammation slashing turmeric? Please let me know in the comments below. I am genuinely eager to hear about your journey. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, share it with a friend or family member who desperately needs to hear this message, and subscribe to Senior Vital Health for more science-backed tips and strategies to help you stay strong, independent, and vibrantly healthy after 60. Remember this powerful truth: aging does not have to mean getting weaker. With the right daily habits and intentional choices, you can wake up every morning feeling stronger, sharper, and more energized than you have in years. Your morning coffee, that simple daily ritual, can either fuel your inevitable decline or actively rebuild your dynamic future. The ultimate choice is entirely yours,